What's up, ladies and gentlemen? So, last time we had a riot. That wasn't good. Things were broken down here. They seem fixed already, which is good. I think we're going to need to search this entire area. There's still some guys injured down here, all in cuffs. Probably because there's not enough space to put them away, to be honest. There's a lot of people in here. All these guys are injured. Now, what I want to check is, just going to pause this, do we actually have any doctors? We have 2. Now, I'm quite sure for a while we had 4. So, I'm going to add another couple of doctors. Now, that's going to cost all of the money I had, basically. However, I feel that there is definitely a need for it. What we're like, we don't have many in the morgue, which is good. I think we only had that one guy that died from starvation with blood all over the shop. Unless, yeah, he seems to have disappeared. We've got a couple of guys unconscious, or I've got a lot of guys unconscious. Oh, yeah, oh, Kurt Cobain. Hey! Kurt Cobain. There you go. Handling stolen goods and robbery. Oh well, there you go. Interesting. So Kurt Cobain is injured and also in cuffs. Yeah, so there's a lot of guys being brought out here in cuffs. This guy who has a very red face. Anyway, but yeah, a lot of cleaning being done down here, obviously. This guy's head is glitching off, so that's good. Interesting. Yeah, so anyway, where we were, I just wanted to check, yeah, all these guys were still in good nick, and our doctors are heading back round. I don't know where that doctor's heading, probably off to check on all of the injured injured staff, and also, yeah, see him wandering about with his needle, and she'll be wandering about with hers. And these guys are now good to go because they're all back to full health, so we can X these guys and X these guys, and these guys can all head out. Interestingly, we have a guy cuffed in here. We have a single drain left over, which is good to see, and all the riot guys are going out through the visitation lounge, which of course is very responsible of them. All the visitors heading out. Yeah, I'm not really sure about that one. Anyway, and they're all heading back to what I assume. Did they just walk out the bottom? Yeah, because the riot van obviously left them to leave. And yeah, they look pretty cool. That's a very cool animation, these guys. Okay, so we have a lot of wood in here, for want of a better phrase. I am talking about this room, not before anyone else starts. So on that note, normally, as I said before, that would normally be exported, and we decided to keep that in, but the forestry is going so well that I don't think we're going to need to worry about that. So on that note, we're going to put back the exports just for just now. Give ourselves a wee bit of space. I also managed to take out a section of this that was garbage, which I should have. I should have had a check because I kind of shortened up the garbage area by mistake. So anyway, that's there. So the exports are out. So hopefully, I would assume this will clear up our workshop a little bit. Give ourselves a little bit of space to actually work. Yeah, so all in all, it's looking not bad. It definitely needs a clean. Ah, this guy's dead. He starved to death as well. Huh. There's an interesting thing about starving to death. Probably better to use, like, the kitchen. Also, on that note, this kitchen still seems very, very busy, and I think you can get into... There's a section in micromanagement. Now, I'm not sure exactly where that is. If it's in logistics, maybe? Food distribution. Yeah, so you see, the food distribution just goes everywhere. So that food is going into here, and then into the staff room. And then what is that? I don't know what that red line is. I can delete that one. Okay, so these cells and these cells, yes, but not that one. And not that one. Okay, so these cells and these cells and all of these, in fact. Okay, why won't you delete out of there? Okay, it just comes straight back in. That doesn't make much sense to me. Ah, okay, that makes a bit more sense. That seems to work. And that one as well. So that. All of those are from this one. And then this kitchen does canteen, cell, and cell. That seems to work, I think. So their supply is massive, their demand's quite small. These guys, their demand will be massive, and their supply is it's getting there. Okay, maybe need slightly more. I'll have to work on that one. I'm not 100% sure on how to work these, but this might explain that, yeah, there are no prisoners assigned to meet in this canteen. It's not a canteen. That's why. Right, I'm not sure exactly about how that's going to work. I will try and figure that one out at some other time. Doesn't seem to want to delete that line, so they think this is a canteen, which it's not. Which is explaining why we're having issues with that that number. So, okay, that's alright. Room quality. We're getting zeros, which is great. Although it can't be much better. And then, oh, this one's getting a 1. Fantastic. So yeah, it's above average because all of ours are so bad. But that's kind of the intention. We did want them to be small, and that's why we got our sections. So it's good to see that everything's so calm. We've got a lot of punishments handed out, I'm guessing. So that's all full. That's going to be not full because that's probably just medium security guys, yeah. We were actually on fixing these walls in here when the riot started, so should probably get back to that at some point. I just want to check everything's actually okay after the riot though. There was a few things here and there that we wanted to look at. There was, I think the serving table was pretty broken, so I'm guessing they've obviously fixed that. Kitchen. That was another thing we meant to do. Was we meant to put a door on this section, and the reason for that was because we couldn't lock it when there was a problem. So the staff were inside, but they couldn't actually lock it. Staff wise, we didn't have any murdered cooks. No, okay, everything's good there. Nobody left in the morgue, which is good. This guy's getting some treatment. The laundry also needs to be extended. So, laundry, there we go. Because that was just obviously the remainder of that psychologist room that we had last time. That will go away. We can move the ironing boards now with my handy, amazing tool, wherever I find it. And objects, there we go, dismantle object. Go for that one, and that one, and we can put them all over here. Which will give us an ironing board to deal with there. And then once those get dismantled, we can move them around a bit more. And that'll allow people in and out. Okay. Where's this guy off to? Probably off to visitation of some sort. Yeah, and he goes. We should probably have a door in here actually as well for people getting between, because technically this means that bad prisoners who would normally be blocked off could actually come in here and get a bit stabby with visitors. Unlikely, but possible. So we should probably segregate that at some point. I'm not worried too much about that just now. I'm gonna try and fix some of the issues that we had previously. This is why we're on slow just now. Deployment is one of them. The other one is this. That's a bit rude. Someone being a bit mouthy. Anyway, lots of solitary, all filled. That's funny. Guess that's what happens when you have a riot and there's like 60 folk to go and put in solitary for 48 hours or something. Although it has thinned the herd slightly, which is nice. Yeah, so actually on that note, are we getting filled? We are having 0 prisoners, although we are... Okay, so we've got 145 minimum security, but we've got spaces. So what we can do is we can open up to a few more medium security. So we'll take, yeah, so see if I just rig this up a wee bit, we're going to take in a full set of medium prisoners. which will fill us to capacity, which will bring us up a wee bit more money wise, which is kind of what we need to get moving. These guys are the only guys being taught because everybody else is probably in having been chucked into solitary for rioting. The other thing I want to do is I'm actually going to edit this from work/free time. It's just going to be work time. So this is going to be no, this is for medium and maximum security. Okay, so that should be work/free time for these guys, and work/lockup for these guys. Because max security either work or they get locked up. That's simple as that. Yeah. Okay, so these guys now again, is he just gonna store the log on the table? So it's not really gonna do us any good. A whole bunch of logs going into exports. Yeah. So we'll get a wee bit of work. We'll get a wee bit of money from that exporting. Right, now we're finally going to fix this cell, or the set of cells. This looks awful. If this moved all the way over this way, how many more spaces would we get? We would get 1, 2 more. So everything would move over 2. So meaning this wall would move to here. Meaning we could have 1, 2. Wall would be there, 1, 2. Okay, so we could have an extra one in if we move this all over. So let's cause some chaos and demolish some walls. And we shall also then go take the objects like before, and we shall dismantle. So much quicker when you have the right tools, isn't it? Okay, so we'll go for that. We'll make that a wee bit quicker for just now. How many cleaners do we have? 13. Some say that's unlucky. We'll buy another couple just to start trying to clean up the place a wee bit. I think we've still got. Have we got any blood around? No. It's actually looking a bit better. We're definitely doing a lockup tonight though, so that's definitely going to happen. And where are we at now? So okay, so we're once these get moved, we can start adjusting those cells, and we can also adjust this one. I think 1, 2, 3, 4. No, that's okay. Just might make one of these bigger cells. Would I be able to make any of these if I adjusted these? Could have. Yeah, that doesn't really work because of that gap. So to be honest with you, we'll just make that a big cell. Demolish those walls. Put another wall here. It won't let me until I demolish those. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. So what we're going to do, see, I thought I'd planned these out, so I thought it'd actually work out a bit better, but obviously not. So what we're going to do is start off like this, cross that way. That'll be our 4, and then that will be our 2 along, and 2 back down. 1 gap, down like so. Like so. That kind of, does that work actually? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there's this one an extra big at the end. Have we actually ended up with more cells? I don't think we have. Anyway, not to worry. I'll put that there. Okay, we actually want to make that there, sorry. Dude, I'm mucking you around a bit, mate. So build those, delete that. Can we get another cell in here? No, I don't think we can. But it does look a bit cleaner that way anyway, so we'll take the rooms, we'll delete those cells, and then we shall create new cells. Okay, does look a bit more in place. Beds, put in front of the doors at all times as much as we can do, and then toilets go in here, 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 and here. Does that utility go all the way to the corner? It does. Okay, that definitely looks a bit cleaner. Planning wise, can take that away. Can also take away, there was a few things here, shower, or show as I say. We'll take that one away. We need to actually build that wall. Okay, that's a bit better. Could do with actually having a concrete wall built in there. And then we'll put some doors on those once we are ready. This one needs dismantled, and then we shall put a concrete wall here, and we shall have a door there instead. If you could install the wall too, that'd be, oh, well, no, you're just going to install the door just to be annoying. Okay, that's fine. Not sure what it's hinging onto, but whatever. You guys are all going back to there after. Oh, it's time for sleep. Okay, yeah, because it's late in the evening. It's late in the evening. Nope, not singing, not singing. Okay, and then the cell can be adjusted rooms wise. That can go in there, and then that singular wall can hopefully actually be built. Okay, that certainly looks a bit cleaner. Oh, I need to get doors on all of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, it's a bit better. And we'll wait until 1, and then we will call a shakedown at 1, because we definitely want to find stuff. I would almost certainly say there's going to be stuff in the shower. So actually, let's just call it early because of that. Is everyone asleep? Yes, everyone's asleep except this guy in solitary. So yeah, shakedown time. And that is definitely a worthwhile cause. 13,000 cash flow. Excellent, because we took on a bunch of medium security guys, which is good. And obviously that's the bonus of price of taking guys that are worth more, but they're obviously more dangerous, so it's that kind of balancing act between the two, I guess, which is the main thing. Okay, deployment was one of the other things we wanted to look at. So in all the minimum security, we have quite a lot of deployment, I think, still. Guard patrols. So what I'm going to do is I am going to delete some guards from it. I'm actually going to bring them back up, even though before we originally had them. We had 2 guards per. So we'll keep the 2 dogs per, but we will just link up the routes. So we're going to free up 1 guard per set, but we're still going to have the 2 dogs, and that's basically going to allow us, I hope, to free up some guards to obviously use in general, but more importantly to just minimum security shouldn't be so intense as to need that many guards. And what we'll do is just extend that down so he's walking through here. We need to put definitely have a guard rotation, which includes both a guard and, more importantly, an armed patrol in max. and a dog. So in max they definitely have to be in there. And then medium I think we'll leave like that, so that there's guards in each of them. I'm not too worried about an armed patrol in there, but definitely in the max area. So I think that's us got all of those, is it? They're now linked up. However, you will notice nothing in these, which is partly why we need to free up some guys. So at least this time we can just, rather than having to make fancy shapes, we can just go straight down every section, and we're going to add in 1 guard and 2 dogs, which obviously I think we'll need to employ more guards for, more guard dogs for, sorry. Same applies here. And deployment of 1 guy and 2 dogs. Okay. Definitely in need of more doggos. And then, very importantly, guard patrols in the kitchen. And then a guard patrol in the shower. I've already clicked on him, that's fine. We'll put 2 guards in here, hopefully to stop riots, and at least 1 more doggo. Okay, and we've got an armed in this kitchen and 1 doggo there. So again, dogs wise, we're now looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 22 dogs, actually, let's just put a dog in there. 23 dogs. Now, I think we've got nowhere near that. Okay, let's just go back to it. That's quite good, actually. By 4 AM we've finished our rundown, and everyone seems to be asleep, and there's no problems with cells as far as I can see. Nobody tried to escape. No tunnels, no nothing. Which is great. So yeah, we're looking at 23 dogs, I think I said. We only have 14. So we definitely need to add some more dogs. However, our dog area, quite small. So, what we're going to do is we're going to extend that straight up the way, and we're going to bring the armory in a bit smaller. So rooms wise, objects wise, dismantle this fantastic button that is dismantling objects, and then we can demolish walls, that, like that, and that. That can be the door in, so that will be the new wall that goes down. Planning, we'll put a wall in there. That can be the entrance in. And actually that's pointless doing it that way, just do it that way. Have an entrance in, and this will be the entire thing will be lined with dogs. So guys, seriously, come on. Okay, so we'll allow that to start happening. In the meantime, we'll finally get into putting in our shop, hopefully. So this will be like the 10th time we've tried to do this, I think. Possibly an exaggeration, but you know. Shop. We will also, I think, make a mail room. So I think we'll split this in half between a shop and a mail room. And we can put a wall down that and create a new, I'll put a staff door on it for all that matters. And then the shop will require a shop front, which I think does indeed go that way, and then a shop shelf, which will allow us to space these out a lot better. Oh, and we've paid for one, but I'm not too worried about that. Put another library shelf in just to make it look pretty. just because we have about 10 grand now. That's not too bad. Mail room. What needs to go in the mail room? A sorting desk and a table. So again, sorting desk needs to go in here, and a table. Okay, let's just put 2 tables because I'm generous like that. Yeah, why not? Let's just move that sorting desk then to here. Okay. So, is that jammed? Yes, for some reason it is. Can we lock shut? No, we cannot. So something needs to be looked at in there, but ultimately not a massive deal. Need to add more around here as well. Need to add more, in fact, capacitors. I've only got 10 grand, so I'll write that on my list for the next one is capacitors. And in the meantime, hopefully this mailroom and shop will be getting done up. You can see they've moved all the contents of the shop in here, which is great. We still don't have anyone working in the library, I don't think. Logistics, no, because they need to finish the foundation education program. Although it only takes 1 to pass it. Unfortunately, we still have that issue whereby programs whereby we have 16 finished. Oh, 2 have passed our foundation education. Fantastic. So we've actually had people pass, which means, yeah, there we go. We're 20% on, which is great. So that's a good start. Still no one interested in carpentry though. Great. And then we're going to get these beds made. And we are also 93% of the way to 200 prisoners. So I kind of want to get 200 prisoners. But is it bad? Yeah. See, 187. So we're getting 16 normal security to fill the gaps of the 16 who, I don't know, died or whatever. I don't think they actually died, but yeah. Oh, we meant to take that drain away and I forgot. So let's dismantle that drain. And then we can look at putting stuff in there later. I'm not too worried about that empty space just now. Let's see. So what else is on our list? I just want to check the regime. One of the things we talked about was working free time or working lockup. Now, I don't know why it can't just be work. However, what I also want to do is I also want to split up normal security from minimum security. Now, I think normal security should probably... minimum security should sleep longer? No, minimum security should get up earlier. We'll put sleep on these guys. No, I want to separate that out. I can't remember how to. I keep doing it on the times I don't want to do it, then not doing it in the time that I do want to do it. No, oh, that's not right. Lock up. Okay, so let's see. Oh, we'll figure that out later. I'm not too worried. As long as it's split, normal security and max. So maximum should be up at that time and showering. Now, do they have to go all the way across to get a shower? They must have to go all the way across to the shower room to get a shower, which is not so good. So I'll have to put a shower in for them down here at some point. Probably just in this wee area. In fact, that's almost perfect. I think that wee square there. If we just plan that out as a shower room for these guys here. Yes. Yeah, I guess that's a shower, so that's no problem. And then we've got... oh, and we've also got prisoners arriving, which is great. We'll see them arriving just now. Let's see, 8,300 on prisoner intake, so that's good. Have we got people fighting? Sounds like it, but anyway. Okay, so... Oh, there's no table in here for some reason in the shop, so I just need to add one of those as well. Put that up against the wall, that side. That's perfect. Mailroom's got another table, got a mail satchel. Too dangerous. Don't think so. So these guys are bringing in the mail. Yes. He's going to store it on the table. Good man, excellent. Okay. Oh. Well, that seems clever. Let's fight while there's doctors around, at least, I guess. So, yeah. I don't know where he was fighting from, but that did not go well for him. Storage is looking a bit emptier, so that's good. Need to fix this guy's toilet, because he doesn't have a pipe. That's fine there. Everything got utilities wise, we haven't added anything that needs anything new, is there? No. Okay. I've still not installed the table yet, that's why. And this one's operating the sorting desk. Okay. I think we can get logistics, we can get... Yeah, so we've got qualified prisoners 2, and none of them are filling that, so I wonder if they're actually even working. Wonder if they're working at all, yeah, probably worth checking that at some point. Laundry distribution is just going everywhere, basically. I should probably look at that in micromanagement at some point. But yeah, so before and after work time we get eat time and then to yard time. So I'm actually going to adjust that. I want them to work right after eat time. So work and free time, 1, 2, 3, 4 hours we're going to put in, and then we'll put in free time after it. Yeah, which could also be yard time if they want to. That's just kind of free time. Yeah, they get less. These guys get yard, and then they get 1 hour of free time, and then they're in. Well, we'll put 2 hours of free time for these guys as well, because they're not that harsh on them. But they're both in eat, but they're in eating in separate areas. So that is, yep, kind of small. And this one has... seems to have... Does it have enough meals? Where's that micromanagement thing? Not intelligence. Food distribution. Oh, demand 188. Supplies a lot less. Okay, so do we need more cooks in here? Yeah, there's certainly not enough hobs running, so let's get a bunch more cooks in here and see if that helps. Except these guys are stuck. Oh, and they're moving now, that's fine. Okay. Yeah, there's definitely not enough food. Why is he... Oh, he wants drugs. Okay, well... There you go, and that's a jail door. Okay, so we need to put a door servo on that one. And I think there's a few more door servos we wanted to cover. There's one. There's one. Oh, and we'll need to hook those up as well. That one. And that one. Is that it? Problem that one as well, actually. Yeah. Okay. And yeah, okay, that's fine. So as long as they're all on servos, in theory, we should be able to improve that. Now let's see what we're like for. Food distribution. So they're kind of getting there, but it, yeah, obviously takes time. So we need to maybe improve or extend the amount of time that they have to eat in the mornings. There we go. I don't know why that's set up like that, but now it is, so that's good. So minimum security gets 3 hours. Medium security is not going to need that amount of time. they need to eat earlier and have free time here. So they've still got a bit of time. Yeah, so they could eat at 10 and then at 1, which kind of defeats the purpose, but as long as they're eating right before that, that's fine. Shower. They have to start off in the morning showering. And then these guys can extend that shower. And that should be lock up for both of these guys. Okay, so there shouldn't be crossover. I mean, there'll be crossover as they come in and out of the shower. But, yeah, they have less time to themselves, which is fine with me. We'll maybe make that work in free time there, work in free time, and then eating again here, and then in lock up. Okay, that's kind of, we'll see how that works. I'm not sure if it will or not, but we'll give that a go and see how we get on with that. Okay, so the other thing I want to just quickly have a look at is I want to see that workshop of ours. They have been making more license plates, haven't they? Yeah, they have. So they're obviously making the license plates every time they go in there to work, but then, yeah, I don't know why that then happens and then we don't make anything wooden. It's kind of disappointing. However, we have finally had some prisoners pass the foundation education course, which is a massive step. And in theory, at some point when we get our programs running, somebody will eventually say, I want to do carpentry, which would be lovely. But, you know, we'll see about that. Okay, let's start an alcoholics group therapy. We need more psychology. So, we need another psychology room and another psychologist. So, staff-wise, we shall buy another psycho. And we will create a room for said psycho. Although I'm sure a prison is full of psychos, haha. We should create an office, like so. Put a staff door, like so. And make a filing cabinet, like so. An office desk, like, yep, so, and a chair. And that should then become a psychologist's office once this silly little set of walls is done and they've added these parts. And this guy will go wee straight in here. And then hopefully that means they can start running some programs to get rid of all the alcoholics. Mailroom. Do we have anyone that can work in the mailroom? No. Is anyone actually working in any of these? Well, they're in free time, so that's not going to happen anyway. Not too worried about that. Naughty boy. Okay. Things looking a bit calmer now, which is nice. We need to start looking into what we're going to do with these areas. I think probably we've got 14 grand. That's probably enough to set up another one area, which would get us almost certainly over the 200 sales mark. So if we can put in enough for foundations, yeah, it's only 5.5, so we can do that. That door can be opened now, so they can go and do that. And then we shall clone in a bunch of these cells once the foundation has been made for that. Oh, tapping of phones. We haven't sorted that yet. Just trying to jump around and remember all these things that I have to do. Let's see, phone tap. Nope, door control, phone tap. Like so. So, a friend of mine mentioned that he also plays this game. there's definitely an irony in it. He's actually a copper, which I find hilarious. Anyway, a friend of mine plays this game and tells me that you don't need to tap them both ways. You can actually just, and we're talking about phones here before you start any of your dirty mindedness, you can just click them once and seemingly that will actually tap the phone. However, when the original, when I originally had this game, you had to make sure you tapped them the wire both sides, just because otherwise it wouldn't work and it wouldn't tap the phone. So I always just kind of err on the side of caution when I'm doing that, just because I find it a bit easier to kind of stick with my original stuff. Hence why when we were trying to get rid of all these parts, I was so used to just clicking, rather than going off and finding a lovely tool here that says dismantle object, and I could have used that all the time. Okay, are we in working free time? Oh, okay. Oh, is that prisoners? That's prisoners. Fantastic. Logistics. We've got 3 guys in here. There's actually 5 jobs. We can have 5 jobs in here. And there's nobody working in the library. Well, do you know what? That's not bad. If they're working in the shop, that's fine. That's a good start. Nobody in the workshop, though. Right. So now that we have people working in the shop, they will not work the workshop. Ay. Never mind. Right. We'll figure it out as we go. And these guys will figure that out as they go. Okay. What else am I missing? Okay, so this main corridor now, there's no reason, I think, other than here, for these guys to be in here anymore, because they don't need to go in the shower. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make that a no-go area now, because that is a staff only. The lawyers is a staff only, the chief's office is a staff only. Reception is not though, so that's fine. This one, okay, we can leave that for just now. I was going to make that an access only, but then they do need a lot of access back and through to get into medium and maximum security down here, so not too worried about that. Need to connect up all the doors that I put in. Is this servo actually even working? Is that servo even the right place, is the question. I do not think it is. It is not. We'll need to dismantle that, because that's not going to touch that door at all. Oh dear. Yeah, so there's a few doors that we put in that should now be in that we'll have to go and connect up. So this one, for example. And again, same thing with these doors. There's not one on that door, or there should be. Okay. Connect. This guy has a lot of doors to look after. Almost feel sorry for him, but not quite. Door's connected. That door is not. Just spent money on lights. Ah, okay, so that's that internal. So that's that in. The system is now open. Yeah, it is indeed. Shop intake. Hey. And a reform session. Oh well. But still, we sold stuff in the shop. That's awesome. And there are guys now working in here too, so that's brilliant. There's actually people working in a load of different places, which is really actually quite cool. Good to see it working. Logistics. So yeah, we've got 3 working in the workshop. We've got 5 in the shop, 5 in the mail room, and 1 working in the library. Finally, so we'll actually get some. Oh well. It did say we had 1, but yeah, maybe not. Okay, so he needs a door servo as well. Where did that door servo go that we just took away? It was from max security, wasn't it? Yeah. Is the door still? Yeah, okay, the door's still there, that's fine. Okay. Well, that's definitely improved things somewhat. What else have we got to look at? Yeah, I think generally most of the things that were on my list to look at this time round are pretty good now. That's a strange shape. I'm guessing there is no power. Oh, okay. So this power is there, but is it over the amount? No. However, we should probably put in some capacitors. I know we don't have that much money, but we definitely need capacitors to help this system run. Why is that all of a sudden a problem? Is that just missing one? Yeah, I think so. It's just missing one connection, which is weird because I thought we connected that all up. Obviously, it's not at some point. And then whenever that connects, that should connect up all those lights as well. And we'll get that going. How's the water pump with regards to... Oh, well, we wouldn't be able to find that out unless we looked in utilities. That's fine, it's still powering all the way to the end, so not too worried about that. Power station wise, they can still get into there, so we'll leave that wall out until they finish the capacitors in there. And we'll make this a wee bit quicker now, just to get this up and running so that we can then start cloning start cloning cells, sorry. I saw reform session and I automatically thought session. Right. So, anytime you want to put the lights on. Of course you're going to leave a log in there, yeah, don't worry about that. Sold that. Utilities, no, still not done. Could you make this a priority, please, gentlemen? That would be much appreciated. Anyone coming to do this? Yep, there it comes. And there we go. Okay, so now the guys have to go in and clean it probably. However, let's just slow that down. Did I see something suspicious? No, it's probably just naughty things of some sort. Ah, look at that. That's fantastic. That shop actually working really looks brilliant. All the items on the shelves. Nudie mags, I'm guessing. Yeah, almost certainly. Library. Oh, I've got a couple of people working in here now. Brilliant. A few people in the mail room. I think generally having the mail room, the shop, and the library all working should bring down needs quite a bit. So family-wise is probably going to be coming down, I think, because they'll have the mail room and you know, still have access to the checking out. Exercise should come down when they are in the morning. Hygiene once they have a shower. Freedom to a certain extent. I would imagine there's a whole bunch of them that probably don't have it. Sleep, but then yeah, they're coming towards the end of the day, so that's not a huge surprise unless you want to sleep during the middle of the day. Yeah, I think that's actually hopefully going to help really a lot with our needs sections. And this one, if we can get some... now we've only got £5 grand, so we don't have much to play with. However, we can probably start setting them up at least. 2440 and not quite enough money. Close though. But that was just because we got some cash flow, some exports, etc. How many will that give us? That's still only going to give us... Yeah, we're not quite there yet. Okay, so I'll put that in once we get 2060. How many in here would we need? 13? Yeah, 13 cells, of which we're going to get from these. We'll get 8. So yeah, I need a wee bit more money to be able to do these. And then, okay, so let's just put it a wee bit faster then while we're waiting for the money. We kind of need to decide what we want to do with this area. I would imagine it's probably sensible to put in more offices, but we haven't really had the need to yet, which in some ways is a good thing. But yeah, wait and see what happens with that. Kitchen wise, seem to be using all of the cookers now, which is also a bonus. Everybody's a wee bit more chilled, which is cool. That's getting towards the PM, so yeah, again, kind of the obvious stuff. And there we go. Okay. So we'll use up all that to get those ones. And we'll be pretty darn close to being able to move along again. Let's just lock that open for just now, just to let these guys carry on with that. And I've also been thinking that maybe the answer, since we have these areas, is to take out some of these walls to stop people having to go through these single doors. And I think it probably makes a bit more sense to be a bit more open plan within the minimum security. Still have the kind of almost segregation, but it's just part of the problem is that, you know, if you want to put a wall down here and then have only a door through it, this is where you have problems like this, where you've got a lot of people trying to come through the same door. But certainly it would save us a bit of bother. I might do it on some of them. I think I might do it on this one here. Let's do it on this one here and see what happens. We'll leave the door in just because, you know, can't be bothered taking it out. 115 bucks. So we need to make 9 more cells, but we need to have a wee bit more cash flow. So I'm going to wait around just to make those last ones, and we'll try and get this final achievement, 20 grand for having 200 prisoners, because that's a nice wee achievement for me, and a nice round number to carry on with. What have we got this way? Yard, shower, and we don't really have a plan for this area. However, I think we need to extend the storage out, so I think that makes sense. Maybe not the whole way, maybe just kind of halfway extend the storage out. And you can kind of delete that wall there. And then these guys will have a canteen. Let's do another shakedown just to make sure. I'm a wee bit more wary now that we've had that riot as to how much stuff these guys can have. And it's sure it's going to annoy them, but you know, there's a lot more places they can hide stuff now, so I'm a lot more wary of all of that, really. Yeah, so these guys have this area. They have a shower area. They will have a shower area. They will have a yard area. They'll have somewhere to eat, and then they can obviously go to the workshops and stuff through here if they need to. But they have to come back through metal detectors. They could go round them, I suppose. Ah-ha-ha! And I thought it might not be a good idea to do this. I'm glad I did think it was a good idea. Okay. Well, that's good news, certainly. We can take... Now, he was cut the wrong way, but again, you know, something like that in one of these cells, he's going, you know, he's only 2 blocks away from the outside, so thankfully we've got all the troublemakers in the middle ones, which is good. Materials, just remove tunnels. And we shall make that all a priority, which I thought we did. It is all queued as urgent, so yeah. Move that forward. Let's just check that. No, they've still to be searched anyway, so yeah, it's probably handy to see. Where are they searching just now? They're searching these rooms just now. Okay. Let's just go speedy. 10 prisoners arriving in 3 hours, so that'll get us a wee bit of cash as well, hopefully, when they arrive, and that should just get us able to do these last few. So in the meantime, we shall take quick build, and we'll clone, and we'll just go for middle one, and that can go up whenever we get some money. Okay, shower and lock up, so yeah, these guys out in the shower, and that's good, that's done. And then an hour and a half, that'll be ready to go. So yeah, we can delete that bit as well, I think. Demolish walls, that one and that one. And then objects, dismantle objects. Trying to get the door. Okay, and it's gone. Good stuff. 3, 2, 1, and 5 and a bit grand. Okay, now before that goes down, can we take in our quick build? Do that one. And that one. Oh no! Oh, so close. 95, 99. Dear me. Am I seriously suggesting I'm going to do this? I think I am. Okay. So that should make us to 201 there, I believe. So, and again, that will just be once I've actually made the cells and had them available to access. That should give us the 20 grand. And then I think we'll just finish up on that, to be honest. Quite happy with how everything's gone. Deleted a wall in here, which gives... I think that does look a bit cleaner with the 2. This is a 2. We can maybe make this a 2 out to here, I'm not sure. We'll figure that out. Shop, mailroom, library looking great. Library not got a lot of kit in, but you know, there's only a few guys working in there, so they'll have to start shifting all that stuff out. These guys, is that still not connected up? No, it is not, because I had it in the wrong place. So I'll have to go and check all these wires again at some point. Not the actual wires. Oh, and that's it. I think we just achieved, yeah, we did indeed, our 200. So there we go, 201. I'm just going to pause it right there. And now we have an exclamation mark because someone's not able to be assigned to a sale. Typical. Guessing medium security probably problem. Anyway, happy. We've brought down that one. We've actually got some prisoners passing the foundation course, which is going to take time. That's looking good. Yeah, prison is looking a bit better. Shape-wise, it's a bit funky. I think these two, we're kind of saying 2s, so that can work together. We can have 2 here together. A bit more access in. Well, actually not. We'll make it access that they have to go up and round. Not keen on going straight into the shower. But yeah, looking a lot better. I'm a lot happier with all of it, to be honest. And one of the main bonuses, of course, is that we didn't have a riot this time. And we've got some money now to play with, which we can start building these sections for down the bottom and kind of keeping medium maximum security guys away from everybody. Yeah, all good. Things are looking better, and I'm a lot happier because I haven't had to subdue anyone with a knife stick, or bring in riot vans, or yeah. Anyway, you get the picture. So, join us again. We shall continue on building this and expanding up and seeing if there's any other grants that this has allowed us access to. And we'll maybe take a look at some of the mods as well next time. Not sure. We'll wait and see what we've got planned for the next time. See if there's any chance to look at the mods. But yeah, thanks very much for watching. Come back and enjoy the next episode too. Cheers. Bye bye.
It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?